Hello everyone, it is your friendly neighborhood gaming weasel back at it again, Garuda and Garuda Prime Access to some extent in this video, talking about some, Garuda stuff and showing you guys some builds that I use, actually the build that I currently use, and talking about her changes in general. Now, if you don't know, a couple of weeks back, Garuda Prime, actually Garuda back then, was changed. She got some buffs I guess in a form of invincibility phases when casting her abilities. She got more damage at a cost of no health, because that is quite good. So the more kills you get, the more damage you get, up to a bonus of 100%, which is very, very good. Casting literally all 4 of your abilities puts you in an invincibility phase. I cannot speak apparently today. I'm very, very happy, very hyped. So that makes her survive Steel Path much more. Honestly, I've played Garuda, I think, for like 6 or 7 rounds in Steel Path Survival, trying to get some gameplay before, just like ordinary Garuda, before the actual rework. It didn't work out because I kept dying, maybe because I was shit, maybe because I didn't pick out the good weapons, maybe because I don't know why, but when the change came out, it did help me out a lot, and especially with Garuda Prime. This is what the build looks like if you want to look at it. It's nothing to write home about, it's still not perfect, but this is the build that seems to be working and that I'm using in the gameplay in the background. I do have one forma on it and I will be changing it up a little bit. But this is the build that I'm currently using. When I come out with a fully fleshed out build, I will show it to you, but I think that this build is decent enough as is for Garuda and Garuda Prime, of course. I do have the Nagantaka Prime. We'll be making a video on that soon, very soon, and I do want to get the Corvus Prime as well, which is the first, I think, primed arch gun weapon, I think, inside of the game. I think other than the... it was... No, with Excalibur Prime there is no prime weapon, so I think this is the first one. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first primed arch gun weapon, so I'm gonna be testing that weapon out soon as well. Garuda, how does she feel? How does Garuda Prime feel like to play? Honestly, much easier to survive with her. You do need to put your blood altars, or I guess pike up enemies to survive, because the enemies will take and drain away your health. Adaptation does sure help out a lot, believe me. I am thinking of Umbral Fiber, even though it's not gonna help out that much, but I will be looking into some mod changes, maybe making a cool little niche build maybe for only survival, even though I think there are better Warframes for Steel Path than Garuda Prime. I do think she is pretty good enough. Her claws, I haven't leveled up yet. I leveled them up, of course, the maximum, but I haven't formed them yet. I honestly think any melee weapon that you pick is probably going to be a little bit better than this. I am using the 4-rider stance. I'm not going to show you the build because, as I said, it's not complete yet. But the build itself is okay. The weapon itself is decent enough, but I do prefer some other melee weapons compared to her talents, even though, as I said, her talents are quite useful. If you don't know, if you do not equip a melee weapon on Garuda, you will be using her talents instead. Because, of course, you don't have a melee weapon equipped. The weapon that I'm using is the Paracecist. I'm using that weapon because it doesn't kill the enemies instantly, and when you throw your first ability, like the ball, it does drag in enemies. The Paracecist bow, of course. Proboscis Cernos. There you go. It drags in enemies, and then once you throw your first, you explode and do a lot of damage. And of course, her first ability is sort of a little bit of a survival tool, helping you survive, not taking damage from that certain direction where your shield is faced, and also gathering up that damage, sacrificing energy, and doing a blast ton of damage, like little destroying everything, not blast damage, just a blast ton, like that's like a fuck ton of damage. So that ability is very cool as well. Nonetheless, her abilities haven't changed much other than the invincibility phases. Garuda Prime, very fun Warframe, very interesting Warframe to use. I do love her. She is much better since her rework. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated on this channel. And the Gaming Weasel will be seeing you guys on the next one. This has been the Gaming Weasel, over and out.